Hello, welcome to my second rapid game of the day. Let's hope for a win in this or the next one. We face a Caro-Kann. I pretty much always play the advanced variation, followed by knight f3, bishop e2. I suppose my opponent can also go for some d6. Funny business. Okay, we get the Caro-Kann pop-up. Bishop f5 is the most common, and c5 is possible as well. I usually play knight f3 here. Okay, I will take it. If my opponent plays bishop g4, I think I will be quite happy. But I think e6 is the most annoying to face. Bishop f5 is also logical, I'm not sure how much sense it makes though. Okay. Now I play c3. Which of course hangs this pawn, but actually it doesn't. We have, I think, the elephant trap, or at least a very similar kind of tactic. Where in fact you can say, oh no, my queen, but takes, and then you give a check. So here I defend this pawn. I believe that black should play bishop takes f3 here to take on e5, otherwise I'll just follow with maybe knight b to d2 or something else. Okay. My opponent goes and is trying to play knight g6. And I think that is reasonable. Let's think if I can hang on to the pawn with bishop f4. So, sorry, bishop d4, knight g6. I don't think that works. Let's try just knight b to d2 then, knight g6. I think I'm usually happy with giving up this pawn to be able to have this pawn here. I practically have like a 4-2 on the queen side, and I think it's quite annoying for black to deal with. The question is, what's the best way to get everything from the position. I suppose I should consider bishop b5 as it's hard to remove because of this, giving en passant for any b5. So I might just do that. It develops. Bishop d3 to try this is also possible, but I think this makes more sense. Let's calculate just a little bit. Bishop d3, knight g6, we take. And then back just castles, probably. It has to be okay. Bishop b5, knight g6. Well, this is being threatened. I could go queen d4, but that's a bit too brazen. But bishop d4, I think, works fine. Knight b to d2. Knight g6. Let's try knight b to d. So knight b to d2. Knight g6. Bishop d4. Suppose takes. Takes. Queen check. Still wins. So I think I will go for this. I think I'm probably spending a bit too long on such an early move, but if I can manage to hold onto the pawn, that would be, of course, very nice. Suppose if I even here play queen e4. Let's consider bishop b5 with the threat of, I think, knight d4. So bishop b5, bishop b7, knight d4, castles takes. It's not really that good. Well, it's quite good, just but rook c8, not so convincing. Knight d4 immediately seems interesting. So knight d4 immediately, suppose they take with the queen, I take here. So they can't take with the queen. Knight d4 they take with the knight, which is more of a problem. Suppose then I play bishop b5. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I do want to just play bishop b5 though to castle. Castle and queenside is maybe possible, but a bit too much. a6 here is not really effective because of this. Yeah, so black tries to go to castle as I said they might. Let's consider h4 for a moment. h4 castles h5 and they just take. Not so spectacular. Let's consider knight d4. Takes, we kick the knight goes to g4. We take. This is annoyingly complicated. Okay, let's just castle. Too much calculation. Black, I think, will also castle, and then I'll play bishop d4. Black has had to put themselves in a bit of a tangle, and I'm still the one up a pawn. Okay, so I have to consider if the greedy option works, if I just take and go bishop d4. And to be honest, he's back with the pawn, bishop d4. I'm defending twice, and black will play f6. And then I'll play rook e1, and then of the upper pawn, which, yeah, I can't really see a reason not to go for this. Rook b8, b4. Still b4. Actually, a5 might come, and that would be unpleasant to deal with. And so I might just start with queen c2 first. Or rook b1. I think queen first. Or a4. I assume this knight comes here. I think putting my rooks here and my queen here to defend this way is quite nice. So if I push a4 here, if they take, I can defend these quite well. And if they don't take, I push b5. See? And this is falling, which is annoying. So I suppose I can just play a3. Now, here I actually have the opportunity to just bring this knight away and play f4. As my hands are metaphorically untied as they were. Let's consider where I want my knight to be. Oops. I think I want my knight to b3 instead of to d3. So d3 is a nice square as well, but not as much. And then now just f4. I could actually go back to f3 if they try for something like f6. I think this is a good opportunity to play c4. I can't spend too long, unfortunately. This one surprises me. I expected them to hold off on this for longer. Okay, let's go here, also attacking this pawn. They cannot take here, I think. As my rooks are defended enough. Here I felt like this was just a nice move to throw in. Actually, it lets some messiness happen. Actually, no, it doesn't. I'm just defending this too much. To open the queen on this. I only just realized that the rook had nowhere to stay on this file. Oops. Okay. Let's briefly consider pushing. Doesn't seem very good. So let's just exchange. Has to take, or I'd be too happy just to play this. This rook is annoying this way, but this is also threatening to win. So I think I have to exchange. And then I drop back. Actually, this is more confrontational, and I think probably better. Yeah, I very much want to have this end game where this is going to just end the game. That can't challenge me because their back rank is still weak. If I move the rook here, there aren't more checks, as I'm covering. I can take this though, the bishop also covers. I think that was a funny way to finish. I was almost jumped out of my seat from that doing sound, but that is a good time to resign. There's not much point in attacking the queen though. Attacking the knight makes more sense. I would guess I was winning the whole way through, but it got a bit too messy for my liking in the middle. And I was a little too slow in the opening. Yeah, upper pawn is upper pawn. And I could probably held onto the pawn, and I just somewhat panicked here. But this is still good for me, I'm sure. Especially if I just win a rook for no reason. E6, I think is better. And c takes d4, I think, is probably strong. And then after bishop d3, you want knight b4. I think it's better than the results say. As black is just really solid here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so bishop takes f3 I think is slightly better. But knight to e7 has to be possible as well. Knight b to d2 is best, I suppose. Some corner of my memory help me remember this. Bishop d4. Yep. But knight g6 instead. Queen a4 is actually the top move. Wow. I'm very surprised at this. But it makes sense as it forces black to give up a move. Bishop b7, very logical. Bishop d3 and bishop b5 both. Bishop d3. And we just outright. This is for counterplay, but if you have to do this and you're still down a pawn, things are bad. Okay, what amusing tricks do we... Oh, yeah, okay. If you take back this way, then... We just did... This is such a funny line. Yeah, and this was all fine. C4 I played in a little bit of a panic. While black really doesn't have anything they can do to my queen side. Unless I move one of these pawns, as I have too many pawns here. I assume they were trying to sacrifice here and take advantage of some pin, but I don't think there was anything that should have worked out. I thought they would go for this f6. And I was going to go back because things were scary. But I have more space on the king side as well, with the e5 pawn. And taking back with a knight here was not good. b3, I completely didn't consider b3, but it makes so much sense. Just get out of the, meet the in-between move with an in-between move. It's a long sequence. Not at all obvious to me. Knight d6 is the best though, which is pleasant. I'm not sure which would be better one way or the other. I'm honestly not sure why I want this way's better. I suppose We play rook b3. c5. Okay, yeah, preventing c5 from black. Pretty reasonable. c5 here, equalizing. Yeah, I thought about just bishop b3, but okay, g5 is somewhat absurd. But it felt much simpler to do this. Oh, so c5 again, in fact. I didn't want to play h3 because I thought probably g5 would come. Okay, g5 does not come. King f8. Okay, 7. So once I've gotten all of that out of the way, my king safety, I mean, I can start doing the queenside operations. Ironically, I wanted to open up this line to attack c6, but in fact it allowed my opponent to maybe play c5, which is somewhat ironic. My opponent actually hanging the rook here. A very funny end to a game, but I definitely won't complain about it. I've certainly been on the end of single move blunders ending a game before. Okay. Please comment down below if you're still here, and I hope to see you all in the next and last video for today.